ICE are currently undergoing a campaign of terror against the American populace. This has been well documented and criticised across the political compass. Outside of fascists, there is a widespread discontent with violence unleashed upon the US by the agency. However, attempts to characterise these actions as senseless or un-American, as heard across many liberal and conservative points of contention, struggle to adequately identify the manner in which racism and capitalism combine and manifest through ICE. The commodification and profitability of legal infrastructure allow every element of ICE activity to be marketized, from the weapons and vehicles agents prowl the streets with, to the concrete camps victims get incarcerated and concentrated in. Every step of the process contributes to the revenue of the private corporations the US government work with to execute their nationalist vision of America. They are financially incentivized to continue and sustain their operations here. Just as mass incarceration serves the needs of capital, ICE activities fuel an industry built on the punitive, the carceral, the subjugation of others for profit. This is as American as it gets. The country was built on slavery, of course, and thus the examination of race and nationality is critical here. The pure, unfiltered violence ICE raids are characterized by may upset the stomach of many. The language, therefore, of racism is utilized to dehumanize and justify the atrocities committed. Just as the colonial powers invented racial hierarchy to sanction mass abuse against their enslaved populations, their descendants concoct a nationalist fervor, conjuring an un-American threat through multicultural, multinational demographics present in the country, and using it to justify mass action against immigrants through ICE. Through media depiction, cultural biases, and political language, many are unable to recognize the sheer injustice of tear-gassing schools, family separation, or extrajudicial murder. Questions about the legality and accuracy of ICE's claims about whom they detain, or more importantly, why anyone should be subject to violence based on where they are from, are sidelined for racial quandaries, nationalist inquiries, white supremacist fantasies. Even when the putrid narrative created about the supposedly criminal immigrants ruling America doesn't work, when ICE vandalize public spaces, destroy decades-old communities, and execute US citizens, there will always be a justification derived from the racial logic that instigated and animated it. Which brings us back to capitalism. The parties incentivized to participate in these logics, those indulging in the violent urges of fascism, stand to gain something across this nexus of bigotry. The enslavement of black bodies created the wealth of US capitalism, and the racism it ingrained into American culture has evolved to continue creating wealth today, adapting to commodify all non-white bodies and destroying their lives for private profit. ICE aren't an aberration, but a development, a feature of the long relationship between America, the fascistic urges of capitalism, and the utilization of a racial apparatus for power.
Repairing the damage must address these integral factors in full.